Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Hi there. Happy Feminine Friday. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. I need to change that. There's something up there I need to change. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. And FYI, just to know what we're talking about how you can't lead from a nervous system that's always bracing. I think a lot of times things may happen and then we kind of like brace for something else to happen. And so that's why I'm talking about this today because I'm finding that a lot of people are living in a state of anxiousness that they're putting themselves in. And I also think I may take this opportunity before I get into why people are doing this. I have developed this theory on time travel and what it kind of really looks like and how it's very real. And I think I may actually break that down today for the first time on air because I've only had this conversation with the people around me and they were like, "Oh my God, that's insane," but that's really, really true. So I'm gonna break that down because I'm just I'm tired of seeing women lead from a space of expecting the next big crash to happen instead of focusing on what they need to be focused on. And I think that it is positioning you to create blocks where you're not being able to make the type of money that you could be making. It's not creating the type of legacy that you truly, truly desire. And because of that, you're experiencing back to back to back anxiety, and you just should not be in that state, especially if you have considered yourself to be someone who was broken out of the whole mindset in the matrix of how society operates and it works. Okay. So let me break down before I get into you can't lead from a nervous system that's always bracing. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Ella Antoinette. I recently pivoted. I am now a mentor to women of wealth and influence. And what I do specifically is that I mentor high caliber women to master wealth, influence, and feminine power without having to burn themselves out at all. So the work that I do, I really, really enjoy because it supports women in the area of energetics so that they can really create the life that they desire. Okay. Um, but let's talk about time travel for a hot second. Okay. I just want you to kind of take this walk with me for a second so you can really like feel what I'm saying. So the first thing I need you to understand is that I need you to see yourself as a time machine. Okay. Thank you for these follows. And drop a purple heart in the comments to let me know that you're here. Um, I want you to consider yourself a time machine because it's true. You do store time. And I've broken this down a little bit as far as like the two elements of time that you have within yourself, but I have not broken down this whole thing when it comes down to a time machine. So I know if I hear it somewhere else, because nobody else is saying this or putting this together. I know they tried to get it from me, but nice try. So, but number one, thank you for these purple hearts and these likes. I appreciate you. Happy Feminine Friday and welcome to Feminine Science. Today we're talking about how you can't lead from a nervous system that's always bracing. Okay. So when we talk about time, all right, let's go ahead and get into that. We talk about time. You are time, first and foremost. You are made up of time, energy, attention, and money. But I'm going to focus on time today. I'm not focusing on those other aspects. So you are made up of time. Shalom, sis. And this is Kairos time and this is Chronos time. This is the chronological time that you are meant to be here, meaning your seconds, your hours, your minutes, your days, all of that. And then you have Kairos time, which is your ups and your downs. That's like seasonal time. So it's times of famish, times of flourishing. It's times of ups and times of downs, highs and lows, much like how the moon controls the tide, right? So you have Kairos time and you have Chronos time. Okay, those are the two things right there. So with you having that understanding that you are made up of time, you yourself are a walking time machine. You store within you the past, the present, and the future. Now, this is also taught to us and shown to us. When you think about your grandmother and how your mother was in your grandmother's womb, you were there as well. So when I say that you are a time machine, you carry past, present, and future. That is one element of what I am teaching you and helping you to understand. So let me help you to understand this. You can time travel. And honestly, you do it every single day. Okay? You do it every single day. You time travel every single day. Let me explain. If you are a person who sits in your mind and reminisces about the past over and over and over and over again, you consistently travel to the past. Now, strong recommendation. I don't recommend that you continue to travel to the past unless you are collecting memories that are excellent, unless also that you are recognizing reoccurring patterns that could potentially disrupt your present and your future. But you should not be spending a whole lot of time traveling to the past or trying to relive the past because it is not going to support you in the present. If you spend too much time in the past, you cannot allow yourself to be in the moment in the actual present, which you can use to create a brand new reality for your future. Now, this is how some of us spend too much time in the future. Little miss, I have anxiety. Let's get into it. The root of your anxiety is nothing but worry. You are worried about something that has not happened, may not happen. You are not a psychic or a fortune teller to know if that is going to be your exact reality, yet you dwell on it and you've created a whole picture, a whole movie in your mind of what your future is going to be because you are so anxious about what is happening in the present that you don't realize that it is throwing you off course to where you will not be able to create the future you desire because you are riddling yourself with the false future that you've created in your own mind. We time travel every day. You are a walking time machine. You are made up of Kairos time. You are made up of Chronos time. You either travel a lot to the past, you allow yourself to stay in the present, or you spend a lot of time being concerned with the future. But see, the cheat code is understanding that you are a time machine, but not only understanding that you are a time machine, but only going back to the past to collect memories that are in the form of lessons that we need to never forget, reoccurring patterns that we need to catch so they don't ruin our current, present, or our future. That's the only reason that you should be in the past, or even memories of loved ones that you've lost that you carry into the present that pour into you. So the thing is, you time travel every single day, whether you realize it or not. But if you want to shift your reality as far as your future is concerned, you use the past to elevate the present, which is going to activate a brand new future for you. You time travel every single day. Every single day. Thank you, my love, for these likes. Every single day and comments. Every single day. If you spend too much time in the future, I understand why you have anxiety. Because people who are really concerned about their future spend their present creating new realities for their future. They don't spend time worrying about it, which is why it tells you in scripture not to worry. Literally tells you that. And then worry weakens your immune system by making you sick because it messes with your spleen. And then your spleen can no longer work right with your stomach. And now you have IBS. And you think it's just because of things you're eating, but you're eating so piss poorly because you're stressed. And you're stressed because you don't release the worry because you spend too much time in the future. You time travel every single day. You are a walking time machine. How well you run depends on how much care you give self and how much you prioritize self. And I'm here to tell you, like I said, because we're getting into the whole premise of today is for you to understand that you cannot lead from a nervous system that's always bracing for the next thing. Some of you don't even know how to allow yourself to enjoy what is happening in your reality because you are waiting for the anvil to drop on your head. Okay? So if you're in a position like that and you are leading, you need to check that, because you will soon be the blind leading the blind. You can't lead when you're worried about any and everything that's happening, especially if you're saying that you're a believer and you believe that you're taken care of. Everything I give you is going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. But let's go ahead and get straight into it. Now that you understand that you literally are a walking time machine, it's literally up to you what you do with your time. And like the person stated in the comments, it literally tells you in Ecclesiastes 3:1 that there's a time for everything under the sun, season, everything you're supposed to be doing, you have time to do. The problem, when people say, oh, I don't have time, I just don't have time to take care of myself. You know why you don't have time? You want the truth? Because you're spending your time doing everything else that you're not supposed to be doing, that you're not actually getting the stuff you need to get done. That's why you feel like you don't have enough time. You prioritize everything else above yourself and above the mission. See, nobody's above the program, which is why when you continue to run like that and you break down, because you're not above the program of your own body. The body gonna do everything it can within itself to stop you from harming it, even fight against you. See, the body, no organ in the body attacks you. It defends itself. I have to explain the exact same thing. When you go out into nature, it's very interesting to me when you hear people speak or news speak about shark attacks. You do understand that sharks don't attack you, right? They defend. You do realize that when you walk into nature and something in nature attempts to attack you, it's not an attack. They are defending their territory. They are defending themselves. It is the exact same thing when it happens to your body. The heart doesn't attack you. The heart does not act on its own. The heart listens to what the brain says. And if the brain says fight back, the heart starts to fight back. Nothing within you, if you were given dominion over this earth, nothing in this earth has the true power to attack you unless you open the gates or the doors of your home to let it in. Period. Nothing on this earth has the power to overcome you unless you get on your knees and submit to it in some form or fashion. You have to give some form of permission. You have to. Worry can't even weaken your immune system. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I try to think like this. I did. What's the last thing y'all heard me say? What's the last thing y'all heard? Yeah, you do. You do. The only way, and I tell you this all the time, I tell you, nobody can play you without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you simply were not paying attention. Nobody. Nobody. Nothing really. Nothing can play you without your position, your permission, your participation, or the fact that you simply are not paying attention to what's going on. It's down. I saw sound like, and I'm like, yeah. Let me see what has to hold on. Yeah. Let me see what has to hold on. There we go. When I took that off, I think it connected and synced to my. When I took that off, I think it connected and synced to my AirPods. Can y'all hear me clearly? Put a 1 in the comments if y'all can hear me clearly. I want to make sure. Perfect, good deal. All praises to the Most High. They don't want me to get y'all this message, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it to y'all anyway. Thank you so much.
Drop purple hearts in the comments for me to let me know that you're present, please. But nothing can play you without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you simply were not paying attention. And I mean absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So worry can't come in unless you let it in. Nobody can get over on you unless you give permission, you don't pay attention, or you choose to participate in some form of fashion. Even demonic activity. That's why I get so confused when women who say that they're believers are scared of people that say they're putting curses on them. What's wrong with y'all? What's going on? What do you mean? How how is it that you believe that there is a power source greater than the almighty power source? And if you say that you submit to that source and you're operating according to that source, why do you think lower level entities can really like directly touch you without some form of submission? Even when you talk to people who operate in that realm and who do occult studies and do different things, and even sorcery, you have to invite them in your house. Before they can step over the threshold of your door, you have to invite them in your home. You do. You have to invite them in your home. But there are other ways to be able to invite sources through your home. You have a television, which tells you a vision where you have channels and you can channel things into your own home. So nothing gets by you without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you simply aren't paying attention. Not even worry. You got to open the door for that. Worry is attached to a belief, and normally it's a lack belief. Normally, that's what that is. So again, you can't lead from a nervous system that's always bracing. If you are a woman who leads, okay, whether it's in your business, it's in your brand, or in your home, this is for you. Because the truth is, you cannot lead from a nervous system that is always bracing for some form of impact. You cannot build your next level by staying in a state of survival. And you will never feel safe in your power if you don't feel safe in your own body. How is it that you're able to create a business and make money in your business and have all these things happening, but you're worried? You have evidence for yourself that you've been able to build something great and that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, like it says in Proverbs 8 and 12. Yet you are sitting around here worried if you're going to be able to sustain what you've built. Why? Why? Let's go ahead and get into part one of this. Why you feel like you're doing everything, but nothing seems to be moving in the direction that you exactly wanted to go in. Yeah, you've made some money. Yeah, you've been able to do this. Yeah, you've been able to do that, but it still feels off. It still feels awkward. You've been productive. You've been booked. You've been busy, but you're not actually leading. Because leadership is not motion, it's mastery. High caliber leadership is mastery. Okay? And no one tells powerful women that if your emotions are unregulated, then you will confuse noise for momentum. I'm going to say that one more time. This is what no one tells powerful women, because there's a lot of powerful women that don't know how to operate in power. Like we are doing amazing with making money. It is so easy to make money. That's why I stopped talking about making money, because it's so easy to make money. And if you're not tapped into that, you're going to have to work on your money mindset. But it's so easy to make money. But once you start making money, you realize the money is not end all be all. Mastery is required. To whom much is given, much is very much so required. Okay? What nobody tells powerful women that is that if your emotions are unregulated, you will confuse all the noise for momentum. You will think that things are growing, but all you doing is reacting. Overthinking, starting, stopping, burning out. That's what we doing. Overthinking, starting, stopping, burning out. Overgiving, overextending, overfunctioning until you crash out again. One more time. Overgiving, overextending, overfunctioning until you crash out again. This is what's happening. This is the cycle of what's happening with a lot of women. They'll be like, oh, I worked on it. I'm not doing this. I'm not, you know. The root of it is your overthinking. Overthinking is a faithless act. Overthinking is a sign that you do not trust the God that you claim you serve. Argue with your mom in them comments, because it's a fact. Overthinking comes from a place of worry. Worry comes from lack. Because if you have, you're not worried, right? Or if you know you're gonna get, you're not worried, right? So what's going on? And you really have to tell yourself the truth. Because how you do one thing is how you do all things. The woman that's stopping and starting, that's overthinking, starting, then stopping, then burning out, is the same woman who is overgiving in relationships, overextending for a man who does not want her, overfunctioning, and then she crashes out on him too because he's not giving her what she wants. But she's not giving herself what she needs. So let alone, if you're not giving yourself what you need, then how do you think somebody else is going to give you what it is that you want? How? How is that? Okay? And the thing about it is when you crash out after the fact, or a lot of women, when they end up crashing out, they call it I'm having a reset, or I'm going on my healing journey, right? I'm going on a reset, you know. But in reality, it's really your spirit begging you, your soul is begging you to get back on the throne. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep doing this up and down, overextending. A lot of y'all are the Terrys from soul food in your family. Get used up, unappreciated, overextending. You the one that will do any and everything for everyone, but no one seems to show up for you. A lot of y'all are the Terrys of soul food. What did Terry get at the end? Everybody's smiling at the end of the soul. Y'all go back and watch this. See, y'all need to go back and really, let me tell you something. Learn to watch things not from two standpoints, because I'm not going to take the other one from you. Learn to watch things that you see on a television, which is telling you a clear vision. Be sure to watch things from two standpoints. And this is going to really protect you spiritually because it tells you to guard your gates. You need to be watching things. If you want to watch it for the emotional standpoint and the drama, okay. But you also need to watch it from a narrative standpoint. What is the real message of what it is that they are trying to tell you about the people that they are showing you in this storyline, in this movie, in this show? What is the real storyline? See, people got so caught up in the reality drama of the love and hip hops that they missed the narrative that was being put out there. And then here we are all these years later, and everybody want to be mad and talking about why is society so out of whack? Why don't people have morals anymore? Why don't people respect marriage? Because y'all like the drama. Y'all like the drama so much that you miss the narrative. You miss the truth of the message. See, what you need to understand is the antics and the drama is for you. They want you to be entertained. It's giving circus and bread. Thank you. It's giving circus and bread. Let me entertain you with the drama because I know while I program your brain with this narrative, ha ha ha. That's what they're doing. But you're not perceptive and discerning enough to see it for what it is, because that is what's happening. Your spirit is screaming for you to reclaim the throne, because this ain't it. What you have going on, this is not it. This is not leadership. This is why, let me be honest with you, this is why most companies hire middle-aged black women for middle management, because they know that you're going to go in there and act like a slave driver. That's number one. So let's tell the truth. They know that you're going to go in there and you're going to do that because you're 9 times out of 10 emotionally unregulated. See, that is the perfect position. This is why you hear people make comments about women, specifically black women in middle management. See, they put you in the middle with no intention to really have you rise up so you can oppress people underneath you. And they know this, that you're going to do this because you are emotionally unregulated. That's why you got an attitude. See, this is why these people are in this type of position. And they get stuck there too. They get stuck right there at that position. I can't tell you how many countless conversations that I have had with women who talk about how we are when we are in management and how we position ourselves and how we are so miserable and all of these different types of things. Ridiculous. And it's all because your leadership ain't high caliber. You lack emotional intelligence. Thank you, my love. And you don't want anyone to tell you anything. And your misery is showing. And you're pouring it out onto other people, dampening their spirits, in their hearts, in their souls. Because you can't stop overextending. You can't stop overgiving. You can't stop overthinking. These are the things that are happening. Part 2 of that. So now that we got out the way why you feel like you're doing everything but nothing is moving. Oh, baby, I know it runs rampant in healthcare. Oh, I've seen it. A lot of my clients have been nurses, your doctors, your nurse practitioners, your attorneys. See, they like to come and talk to me privately because they don't want people to know. But yeah, most definitely. Okay? So let me go ahead and give it to you straight when it comes down to leadership. Okay? Power is not noise. All right? Power is not panic. Power is presence. See, when you understand the power of your presence, you don't go on dates with everybody just because somebody asks you to go out on a date. You don't accept every single meeting. You don't accept every single, outing. You understand that your presence has power. And because your presence has so much power, you are very specific about the rooms that you sit in, the tables that you choose to eat at. Because you understand that when you sit at the table, that means that when you okay something and when you are being seen with something, that it is solid, because it is known how your integrity is, how your character is, and how you operate. As much as y'all try to act like it does not matter, guilty by association is truly a thing. People will judge you by your fruit. And I don't care what you say, your fruit are also your relationships, sweetheart, including your friendships. So as much as you think that you are not like your friend, sweetheart, you are very much so like her. There is an energetic cord, an alignment, an agreement in some form of fashion that has you connected, and you can't convince the real ones otherwise because we know better. And we see you. And that's your reality. Power is presence. Okay? Feminine leadership was never meant to be frantic. Never. It was meant to be felt deeply, okay? Clearly, consistently. But if your emotions are ruling your decisions, if your body is wired for chaos instead of clarity, if your strategy changes every time your energy shifts, soon as something happens, your mood is out, you are not in power. You are in a toxic cycle, and you need to get out now before you crash the very business that you built, for you ruin everything that you've already laid. All because you can't control your energy, your emotions, energy, emotion. Let me tell you something. When I say you're in a cycle, a toxic cycle, let me be really clear about this too. And as much as y'all like to call yourselves cycle breakers, cycles don't break just because you decide to show up differently. Cycles actually break when you're given the structure, the tools, and the embodiment shift from reaction to rulership. Everybody want to be queens, but don't nobody want to be a real ruler. See, real rulers know when to speak, know when to be quiet, know when to be seen, know when to go back. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all feel like y'all got to do everything for everyone. I really wish y'all would get that off your back. Especially the ones who feel like they are the one in the family that made it. I really wish you would get that off your back. And if you call yourself a person who is deeply rooted as a believer, let me put you on game and give you a nice reminder of what that looks like. There was a time when Yeshua healed someone, told the man to go be quiet and go on. That man went to tell everybody he healed them. Okay? That's what happened. Went and told everybody he healed them. So guess what? They found out where Yeshua was going to be at. So everybody started coming that way so they can be healed and da-da-da-da. And somebody came back to Yeshua and said, hey, All these people out here, they're trying to get here or whatever. And you know what Yeshua said? I'm paraphrasing with this one. Yeshua was basically like, that ain't what I'm here for. But look at y'all. But those people need healing. Again, the Messiah said, that's not what I'm here for. I'm going to go ahead and retreat and go do what I'm here to actually do. Get focused on that. But no, y'all would have went outside and tried to heal everybody because y'all the martyr that the Messiah was. Y'all think that you are the sacrificial lamb that the Messiah actually was. It was only one person that had that assignment. You need to really take that coat off for you be looking crazy before you get upstairs. And them questions start getting asked about why you didn't take care of what you needed to do. Your position, your assignment. That is what the focus is. All this other stuff is trivial. It's trivial. You trying to help everybody. And let me tell you something. For the ones who feel like they've broken the cycles and they've made it, I need you to start really, if you gonna live like Jesus, like y'all like to say, let's really get into it. If y'all really gonna live like Messiah, learn how to reject what ain't in alignment. Even if that means trying to help someone heal, you need to be on assignment. You need to mind your business. If that's not for you to do, see, some of y'all be getting in there because y'all think y'all can fix better than God. Y'all think y'all can fix better than the Most High. You pride yourself on, well, let me just, even down to the most minuscule things. I watch the show Pop the Balloon for narrative purposes. I watch it weekly to really, like, as a study, because I'm a nerd like that. Where one of my gifts is pattern recognition. That is literally my skill set that gets me there. So I watch that show for narrative purposes, and I just pay attention to the things that women do because I study masculine psychology and feminine psychology because I teach feminine science, which is what I'm teaching today, right? And I'm a psychology major, so all these things I understand and I know. I watch women who come on that show and think that they are better or pick apart men for the way that they dress and all of this and all of that, even down to you saying, I don't like the way he dresses, I'm going to start buying him this and doing that. You immediately, at that point in time, think that you know better than that actual man. You think that you are that man's mother, which is what you are doing. You are buying his clothes and you are trying to change him, meaning you're trying to rear him. See, that's where y'all be messing up at. Well, I don't like the way he dressed. I'm just trying to figure out what they was wearing in scripture. All I'm trying to figure, Jacob worked 14 years to get Rachel. I promise she won't worry about his clothes. Them provisions was there though. That protection was there though. Those resources were there though. The things that needed to be in place were there. But see, you're not understanding that math because you're focused on what somebody wearing because you think you the Most High. You think you the fixer. You think it's your responsibility. Who are you? You're not turning the mirror on your own self, but yet you will sit and be like, I don't like what he's wearing or whatever the case may be, so I can just change this and just do this and do this. And baby, if you can't accept, let me tell you what the scripture tells y'all. See, y'all not for real. Y'all not for real. Hey, love, y'all not for real. The scripture says that wives are to respect their husbands. Right? Meaning you don't marry a man that you don't respect. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these comments and these likes. But yet, you think you respect, if you got to tell a man how to dress, you think you respect him? But you think you're going to fix him up and then marry him? Baby, he going to walk out in them shoes that you put on his feet to the next one. Because you couldn't accept him. See, y'all don't be seeing the small stuff that y'all do, the stupid stuff that y'all do in the very beginning that positions you to get played because you think you know better. You think you the fixer. You think you the one. You got to fix everybody in every scenario because nothing is right. Yet you don't have all the things you want in your life. Yet you seem not to have peace, though you have all these material things. Girl, make it make sense. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these likes, and these hearts, and these comments. Make it make sense. The power is not noise. The power is not in your panic. The power ain't even really in your money. It's in your presence, because you understanding that means you understand that you are money. So you never have to worship something. That's why it tells you in scripture, the love of money is the root of all evil. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Like, make it make sense. Y'all out here doing these things and wondering why you're getting the results you're getting. You are emotionally unregulated. A woman who wants to change even the way a man dresses doesn't respect that man. And that man eventually is going to feel that and stop messing with you. But he probably going to be done messing with you after you done invested almost everything in him. Like a fool. Like a fool. Just like how you do your family who don't appreciate you. You keep giving them money, huh? You keep answering the phone for them, huh? You keep showing up for them, huh? You keep doing all these things, though they don't value anything that you have offered them. But you need to please them, because the people pleaser in you just has to be liked. You've got to be a good girl, right? Where has that gotten you? A title of saying that you are the cycle breaker of the family, but really you are not breaking no real cycles in your life. Yeah, you made more money. Yeah, you went to school. Yeah, you got therapy. But no, you ain't broke no cycles for real. Because you ain't told yourself the truth. Because you are the fixer. So if you really want to live like Jesus, you really want to live like Yeshua, take a page out of the time in that book when Yeshua turned away the people that wanted to be healed so he could focus on his real assignment. Because y'all out here trying to heal folks, and you ain't even healed yourself, and trying to fix folks, and you ain't even fixed your own self, and you don't have the power to do that. You need to stay in your lane. If you don't like the way somebody dresses and what they have on, leave them alone. You out of order. And that small flip, that small change is going to lead to something to where you end up at the path of being resentful. Because that man ain't going to want you. People do not value you when you are consistently pouring and always available. There is no power in your presence. You everywhere. You for everybody. You may not lay down with everybody, but you give your energy to everybody. And that's piss poor spiritual hygiene. And you wonder why you always spiritually weak, almost energy tank just gone, and you wonder why you're now getting physically sick. Because you just got to be everybody's savior. You got to be the one. Cycles don't break just because you decide to show up differently and start making more money. They break when you're giving the structure, the tools, and the embodiment shift from reactionary to rulership. Stop calling yourself a queen when you have no rule in your own life. You don't know dominion. Though it's in your DNA, you don't know dominion. And how dark is that for you? Come out of that. For real. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, these comments, and these likes. Let's get into part 3. The throne doesn't chase, she commands. Okay? You don't need another reset. Y'all love to do these faux detoxes without doing no real change in your life. I can't stand when I hear somebody holler about, God, I'm about to do this detox. I just need to cleanse. You just need to stop. If you're going to detox, then do right. If you're going to get it out, keep it out. Because what is the point of you bouncing back and forth like that? Yo-yo dieting, and this is coming from someone who used to be 100 pounds heavier because I kept doing these type of things. So I'm not telling you something I'm not new to. I'm true to it. I get it. Your mind has to shift and change. Internally, exactly, sis. It has to be internal shift before there's an external elevation. Y'all think y'all could just go to the gym and get ready by summer. That ain't going to help your self-esteem. See, let's get into it. You think you went to the gym by summer and growing your glutes going to increase your self-esteem. If that worked, then a lot of the women who ended up going to get things done to their body would have a hell of a better self-esteem, because a lot of those women still struggle internally. There are stories, you can find them countless. Hey, my love, and thank you for these gifts. Countless stories. They didn't work on their mind before they got this stuff done, and they can't handle the form of new attention that's happening. They still the same person in the body. Still the same one. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes and these comments. You not seeing that? There has to be an internal elevation before there is a true external elevation. Because that's what's sustainable. What you are consistent at. What you are consistent at is what you will continue to be. What you are consistent at is what you will continue to attract. What you are consistent at is what you will continue to call in. Nobody, you are nobody's victim. Unless you are coerced or forced, you are no one's victim. There's a very thin line between being a victim and a volunteer for an experience. And that is what you have to understand. You don't need another reset. You need to reclaim your throne if you call yourself a queen. Because you can't lead from a nervous system that's always bracing for impact. That's not a holy experience. Queens, y'all really should go study queens. Y'all like to talk about Bridgerton and like to talk about Esther and like to talk about, all the Deborahs. You like to talk about these type of women. But you're not really studying to understand the science of how these women really operated. Do you know how much it was for Deborah, I'm sure, being the only female judge? You know how hated on she was, but you know how powerful she was, but you know how needed and respected she was? Baby, everybody have hated that she was a judge, but they weren't finna play with her because she had that wisdom. She wasn't shaken or stirred. Do you hear me? Baby, somebody could say something to y'all wrong online and your whole day messed up. That is absolutely unacceptable. You have got to clap back in the comments. Every time you feel like you got to clap back in the comments as a leader to someone who does not even know you is revealing your childhood wounds. You're telling us that when you were growing up, you were shut up and this is not, you're not going this time. Baby, your little girl be showing every day. Your inner little girl shows every day because you have not healed that relationship with her enough to know she need to fall back in this experience. The grown, you got it. But no, when this is what happens when you let children run your life, you look crazy. You look crazy. You look crazy. You don't need another reset. You need to reclaim your throne because the throne represents more than success. It represents emotional sovereignty. It means you don't shrink just because you feel fear, because you're going to feel it. See, and I think the thing is, the reason why it tells you in scripture that the Most High is not giving you the spirit of fear is for you to recognize when fear arises in your body, that you can check it at the door. See, the problem is y'all not checking, y'all need to be checking these false thoughts and these formulated emotions at the door like you checking ID to get in the club. Hold on, baby, any thought that enters into my mind, I'm like this, hold tight. Let me compare this. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at this. You're saying that I'm ugly, but this says I'm beautifully and wonderfully made, okay? And this is the one that created everything in the entire world, including you in this existence. So if you don't know this about yourself, then you cannot know this about me. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and revoke access to you because that thought of me being ugly is not even the absolute truth because you don't know yourself enough to speak on me. So why would I even get offended? God, I almost feel sorry for you. Good grief. You don't know who you are, so I know you don't know who I am. So what I'm getting mad for? What I'm getting spicy for? For what, guys? Y'all give your emotional power away. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. See, you get offended because you don't know who you are, or you believe a little bit about what's being said. See, I can accept a statement of someone saying that I'm ugly because I don't believe that about myself. But if I felt that about myself, it would be easy for me to digest. Do you understand what I'm saying? The throne represents more than success. It represents emotional sovereignty. It means you don't shrink just because you feel fear. You don't spiral just because things slow down. You don't abandon yourself when life gets loud. You lead through it with clarity, with intelligence, with structure that honors your spirit and your strategy. That is what you're going to learn in the Heart and the Throne Masterclass, the 2-day intensive, okay? In this 2-day intensive, and this happened April 2nd and April 3rd, all right? It's $297. You get a recliner firm and afterpay. It's a 2-day leadership intensive for leaders, for high caliber women who are ready to stop being in the space of this up and down and they want to start reigning. So less reacting, more reigning. You're going to learn the four powerful pillars of leadership. You're going to learn how emotional reactivity really sabotages your results and your revenue. Cause we talking money, right? You done did this. You done became the one in your family. You done created this. You need to sustain it. And you having emotions that are erratic is not going to support you in creating sustainability. You did do this for your lineage, right? You did do this for your legacy, right? You did do this for the future of those who are coming after you, right? So if we're going to do that, let's do it well. And let's do it for real. Otherwise, close it up and stop wasting time. Because some of y'all just want claps because you started a business and you graduated college and all these things. And you want to ride the coattail of these titles. Have you really changed your life, though? Are you really doing things to elevate your existence? So we're going to get into how emotional reactivity sabotages your results and your revenue. We're going to go into how to audit your leadership gaps and restructure your success. That's on the first day. The second day, we're going to go into how to lead with both divine insight and intelligent systems. Okay? This is me teaching you how to use AI without losing your consciousness. Y'all using AI in a real dangerous way. Y'all wanted to think for you because you tired of thinking, because you feel like thinking, because you feel like you're exhausted. You feel like you're all over the place, but you're exhausted and you're all over the place because you're doing everything but what you're really supposed to be doing. You're focusing your energy in the wrong areas because you got the energy, the time, the attention, and everything to do what it is that you are assigned to do according to Ecclesiastes 3:1. It's a time for everything under the sun, baby. Why are you not getting what you need to get done? Because you're doing everything else but what it is that you actually need to be doing. And it is crippling you. It is damaging you. It is making you sick because you don't belong there, but you're not catching it. You just think, maybe I'm just getting older. Life just lifing. Please. Baby, I'm 41. In the best shape that I've been probably in about 20 years. I told you I used to be 100 pounds heavier. And I didn't grow up as a kid with weight. I gained that weight when I went to school and just kept it on. So understand the life you create is the life you're going to have. Point blank, period. So you're going to learn how to lead with both divine insight and intelligent systems. You're going to learn and create your quarter two throne strategy. And you're going to also learn how to sustain power in a world that drains women leaders daily. Women ask me all the time, how is it that you're able to keep going? Divine insight, intelligent systems, darling. I have a throne strategy, darling. I'm very much so in a space where I don't play about me. I recalibrate my energy. I don't play about me. I say no. Let me tell you about this 2-day intensive so I can be clear. This is not going to be a feel-good conversation. This is a cellular reset experience that you are going to have coming to this intensive. I am going to rewire your brain with the information that I'm going to give you. And if you know anything about me, and if you know anything about my work, and since I've been around, then you know I am excellent at helping people reprogram the mind and rewire their brain waves. Okay? I'm sorry, their neural pathways. Completely rewire. I've done it for myself, my track record, my receipts. I've helped over hundreds of women. I've even helped some men. So please, if you are serious, okay, this is a structure for a woman who's tired of guessing and ready to rule. Okay? It's $297. You can get it with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. It's April 2nd and 3rd. All right? The link is in the bio because the next level that you keep talking about is not about doing more. Y'all keep saying, you see how they're getting rid of the hard-working jobs? See, they're going to get rid of, they're printing 3D houses. Construction workers finna be in trouble in a minute. I told y'all all this was coming. I told y'all on live that all these things were coming. I've been telling y'all and warning y'all for the last 2 years. We are here. And they keep getting rid of these jobs that are considered, even the trade jobs, they getting rid of these jobs. They are using intelligence. It's not about doing more anymore. That old model of hustle culture was to trick you into doing exactly and being exactly where you are right now. Stressed, exhausted, depending on their medications, and depending on a system that never plans to see you successful, but to keep you stagnant and sick. That's why they keep pumping you with the fake food and everything else. All the stress and the fear mongering content, all that hustle culture and all that was to make you sick because you would depend on this system. Why do you think all of a sudden now they're saying that obesity management, being overweight, is now a condition? You know why it's a condition? Let's talk about it. It's a condition because they started putting fillers in the food. And the body can't process fillers because food is actually a program. And the body runs on program, and nothing is above the program. So when you eat processed foods and the body is trying to figure out what it needs to do with it, it goes ahead and it stores the little processed foods in your gut because they can't figure out where to put it. It tries everything in its power to try to keep you safe. And then eventually those things start putting holes in your gut. Everybody in the world got gut issues now. I wonder, that can happen when you continue to put fillers in the food. That can happen when you continue to sell people things that the body cannot digest. That can happen when the body is designed for you to eat according to healing your organs. Do you not understand you get sick and you heal every single day? I saw a status that said you get cancer and you heal from it every day. It's true. But if your body and your organs are not strong enough to be able to fight what is in your body, it is not fighting off what keeps coming into your body every single day. It is building up. Now we have a fibroid. Now we have a tumor. Now we have a blockage. Now we have all of these things. These things happen over time. Sweetheart, it is absolutely about our immune system. And what weakens the immune system? Dun, 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 dun. Worry. What else weakens the immune system? Anger. Dun, 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 dun. All these things are in scripture. Everything I give you going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. Literally tells you not to worry. Why? Worry weakens your immune system scientifically. Why should you not give anger a foothold? I don't know. Maybe because anger ruins your liver. Maybe you actually may be cramping so terribly because you have so much cold energy stored in your liver to where it cannot process properly, so your periods feel absolutely terrible. But you can't let go of that grudge you got against your baby daddy. You understand that unforgiveness is linked to cancer? See, all these things, you can go and look these things up. That's it. Disease goes from acute, subacute to chronic, and then a degenerative state. Let me tell you something. And it starts off as dis-ease, lack of harmony within the body. You know what's a common lack of harmony within the body? Mind and heart disagreement. Mind and heart disagreement. That's misaligned energy that can throw the body out of balance. Energetics is not a joke, and it's really not a game. This next level is not about doing more. It's about becoming the version of yourself who moves more calm, not chaotic. And she doesn't chase anything. She simply commands it. Point blank, period. Okay? So let me go ahead and let you know what the consequences are if you don't fix it. See, you can do what you want to do. One of the things about me, I am not a person who likes to take people's choice away. Which is why I tell people the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Because I want you to choose your reality. Because understand, this is your game. This is your game. And as much as you claim you don't want to play, life is a game of chess, beloved. But because you don't know your position as the queen, you don't know that you can move anywhere on the chessboard. So you don't move intentionally, you don't move strategically, you don't move like it's your last move. And that's your problem. That's your problem. Hey, loves who are coming in, let's get into the consequences of not fixing this now. Number one, you're going to stay on that hamster wheel. That hamster wheel of burnout. You're going to continue to do more, do more, do more while producing less and less and less in return. Without structure, your energy is going to continue to leak. Without emotional regulation, you will continue to spiral because the narratives that are going to be given to you in society are going to continue to do and be things that are going to try to attempt to exhaust you, to make you go crazy. That's their goal. Y'all don't understand that? The goal is for you to crash out. They need to fill out them prisons. They need to fill up them prisons. They need to fill up the ones that got the computers in there. Why you think that? I ain't gonna say that. They're gonna they gonna ban me. But y'all not paying attention. Y'all not paying attention. Nobody is above the program, sweetheart. So either you reprogram or you submit to somebody else's program. Get into it. And I know, and let me tell you, and I was having this conversation with somebody else about this, and I'm not. Let me here. I'm just gonna say this, and you can do what you want with it. But I know everybody's on that craze of doing that song, that dance around that song, anxiety and everything. But let me tell you something. If the world is our if we understand that music is a program, because how music works is when you listen to music, the melody, which is the right, goes towards the right side of your brain, which is the creativity side. So that's what makes you like more creative, which is why if you do your work listening to music versus watching television, you will realize that you get more done because it raises your creativity on the right side of your brain. Okay, told you I was a nerd, so I'm into all kind of weird sciences. So the left side of your brain, however, is for linguistic processing, also known as the masculine side. It's for your action taking, it's for your decision making, it's for your critical thinking. So when you are listening to a song that is speaking about anxiety and you claim to be a person that is already having issues with anxiousness and always feeling anxious, do you think that's the song that you need to be singing? Do you think that that is the song? And I noticed how popular it is. But a lot of you think that you are above the program. You think that music doesn't influence you, which is insane to me because you are the same people who would say, let me put some slow jams on before I get ready to get down. You need slow jams before you get ready to get down because it make you feel some kind of way. But you don't think this song, nobody is above the program, sweetheart. If you are not guarding your gates, you are allowing any and everything to come into it. Point blank, period, the end. Everything is not a trend. Many things are a program, but y'all miss that though because you think it's cute for a TikTok trend. Maybe that's your anxiety. The consequences of not fixing this now. You will continue to do more and do more while less and less of production is happening. Without structure, your energy leaks. Without emotional regulation, you spiral. You launch, when you're doing things in your business, you launch tired. You lead from fear. You rely on adrenaline to survive another quarter while your body slowly is breaking down and your creativity is drying up. Burnout is not just exhaustion, it's the collapse of unregulated brilliance. Let that sit for a second. Did you hear what I said? Burnout isn't just exhaustion, sweetheart. It's not. It's the actual collapse of unregulated brilliance. But the women that's going to be in that 2 day intensive, we ain't going to have that issue no more. Because we're going to regulate the brilliance. We're going to put the brilliance on a pad. Okay? Like, yeah. Yeah. Burnout is not just exhaustion, it is a collapse of unregulated brilliance. Y'all better start paying attention. The second reason or the second consequence if you don't fix what I'm telling you right now. And I do mean right now. I normally don't say right now. If you ever been on my live, I normally be like, you might get on there now. No, for real. I can't say why I'm saying what I'm saying, but I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to really tell you something. And I'm having these masterclass for a reason because you're going to need to be focused for the rest of these quarters. Believe you me, I'm trying to. Did y'all see what happened yesterday with the Department of Education? See how women have been coming to me and working with me and getting their courses started and they're creating things and their expertise and see, they ready. I don't think y'all understand how individualized education is about to become. And y'all are sitting on $1 million skills, and you're not monetizing your existence the way you need to. You are begging jobs to give you more money is really crazy. But that's I'm talking to the ones who came above that now. But I'm just letting you know. Hey, the second consequence is your emotions keep running your business and ruining your strategy. If you don't learn how to master your emotions, they will keep hijacking your strategy, your business strategy. You will keep starting strong and quitting quietly. See, y'all I started a business, y'all. But y'all ain't telling nobody when y'all going back to work because you didn't do what you needed to do. You didn't really zone in. You didn't really lock in for real. You quiet on that. You keep making decisions from anxiety instead of alignment. You build your business from your triggers instead of your vision. Let me tell y'all something, and I want y'all to be very careful about that. I'm going to repeat that one more time because that one is the one. I forgot that I even put that in there. That is the one. You will build your business based on your triggers instead of the vision. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all will overcome one problem and let people tell you that that is what you need to go out there and start teaching other women. You need to start a ministry. You need to start a coaching business and all of these things. And you are not checking to see if that was something that you were supposed to learn or actually something that you were really supposed to teach. And you have to be very careful about how you brand yourself. I don't when women come to me and tell me things like, and I say this as a woman who's been divorced. I want to be a divorce coach because I want to help other women. I went through all of this and I want other women to be able to do this as well. The first question I always ask these women: do you plan on remarrying? Do you plan on remarrying? All 9 out of 10 of them. Yes, yes, yes. So why would you brand yourself as a divorce coach just because you overcame this aspect of life? Is this a part of the vision that is supposed to be your life? Oh, this is so pretty. Thank you so much for these gifts and these likes. That's so pretty. Are you supposed, is that the vision? Is that the vision? Is that the vision the Most High gave you? Because I'm just asking, do you plan on being remarried? How your husband gonna feel about that? How does that work? See, some of y'all are out here just doing stuff because you're seeing things and you're not making sure these things are in alignment with you. And when you're not on assignment, you're wondering why you're not ascending. That's why. You're not in alignment. Alignment, assignment, ascension is real simple, Bookie. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. It's real simple. Alignment, assignment, ascension. Real simple, real easy. We missed that part, though. Unregulated emotions will always overpower an underground vision. Unregulated emotion will always overpower ungrounded vision. This is why it tells you in scripture that to write it down and make it plain. This is why it also tells you in scripture that the people without a vision, they will perish. Alignment, assignment, ascension. Real simple. Number 3, the third consequence of not fixing what I'm talking about right now is you sabotage what you asked for. Y'all out here asking for marriages, asking for millions, asking for all of these things. But when the client finally comes, when the opportunity finally appears, when the door finally opens, and if your nervous system isn't prepared to receive and sustain, you will unconsciously push it away. The way we hurt our own feelings because we don't regulate ourselves and regulate our nervous systems, we harm ourselves. You'll miss the calls, you'll delay action, you'll create conflict, and eventually you'll shut down. And then you'll turn around and say, I guess it just wasn't meant for me. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off with that. You call it bad timing when it was literally unprepared energy, because without a vision, the people will perish. Period. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. Yeah. You can attract what you want and still destroy it. If you have not built a container to hold it. You can attract what you want and still destroy it if you have not built the container to hold it. Boom. Just telling you what it is. Here's the 4th consequence. Okay? of not fixing what I'm talking about right now. Your leadership is going to feel loud, but it's going to be hollow. You'll keep showing up, but something will feel off. People won't respond to you the way they used to. Your content won't convert. Your offers won't land. Why? Why? Because your presence is inconsistent, your strategy is shaky, and your energy is misaligned. And people don't like desperate energy. You'll be wondering why it's not working. But the real issue is you haven't been, or let me say this, that's not right. That's not what I want to say. If you're wondering why nothing is working, and you're probably just like, why is this happening to me? Why isn't this working? I'm doing everything that they tell me to do, the gurus. The real issue is you've been performing power instead of embodying it. People can tell even online when they're dealing with people who operate in power. They can tell. They also know when you're pretending. You're welcome, my love. All praises to the Most High. They can tell when you're pretending. They can tell when you're performing. Real simple, real easy. Loud leadership with no foundation is a time bomb. And Q2 will expose you. Q2 is going to expose you if you don't fix that. Number 5, the 5th reason, or the 5th consequence, okay? If you don't fix this right now, is you'll become the bottleneck in your own breakthrough. Every cycle that hasn't been mastered becomes a lid. Every cycle that has not been mastered by you becomes a lid. The only ceilings are the ones that you create. Don't you ever forget it. I don't care if the person that you are pitching to is a stone cold racist. I don't care if the person you're pitching to hate women. They hate all of these things. But do you understand that you can spiritually surpass all of that? See, when you are, the only way to beat this matrix system is to be spiritually rooted, because even your enemy has to acknowledge your ascension. And sometimes your enemy even becomes a part of that assignment. But it requires you to be in alignment. You got too many limits for me. Y'all always talking about how somebody got their foot on your neck. Where is your God? See, don't piss me off. Where is your God? Where is the one that you claim is supplying all of your needs and that's doing? Where is the energy for that? Where is it at? I need to know. Y'all be so fake and fickle. Where is it? Real life phony. But want to argue with atheists in the ground, but not realizing that atheist probably has read more scripture than you, and they actually just decided that they just didn't want the Most High for themselves. But you want to argue down the Most High's existence to them. But you would rather argue down an atheist about the Most High's existence instead of operating and embodying your true nature, which literally you would be a walking vessel, a walking revelation of that power. But you too scared to do that. But you gonna argue though. You got the energy to argue with them though. You got the energy to argue, but the energy not to embody is crazy. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Each cycle that hasn't been mastered becomes a lid. If you don't fix it now, you're going to carry it into Q2, into your next launch, into your next relationship, into your next level. This isn't about pleasure. It's about pattern recognition. You don't see yourself. You can't fix what you spiritually keep excusing or emotionally bypassing. If you are the throne, like you like to, I know my word. If you are the throne and the throne is shaky, what exactly are you building on? What exactly are you building on? Quicksand. That's what it is. Quicksand. So listen, like I said, this masterclass is coming. It is a 2-day intensive. It is going to be April the 2nd and April the 3rd. Okay. This 2 day intensive is designed for women who are ready to enter into quarter two with clarity by removing the emotional noise and making power moves with precision. Emotional regulation, stop leaking power through reaction and self sabotage. This is for the woman who wants sustainability or sustainable strategy so she can lead, build, and scale without burnout. This is not for those, or this is not about playing small. This is where you really learn the rule. 4/2 is my birthday. Yes, happy early birthday. Okay, this is for the women who want to rule. So if you're on that type of time, click the link in the bio and you get access. You're going to get an email once you purchase. You're going to get an email. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. That's going to give you some more information about the 2 day intensive. It is, like I said, this ain't no conversation that we having in this class. This is a cellular reset that's happening on 4/2 and 4/3. So if you want a real life reset and you're ready to recalibrate and really get yourself in a space so you can be rejuvenated and you can act on that consistently, thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. Then this is going to be the master classes for you. Like I said, it's called The Queen and the Throne. I'm going to break down, and then once you click it, it's going to be a now my thing was acting like it wanted to update. You can click the link in the bio. It is going to pop up for you as a Google Doc, and then it's going to show you everything about the class. Okay. Drop your questions for me. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the class too. But drop your questions for me in the comments. Again, this is what we're going to be going over. Number one is day one is the power structure, foundations of true leadership, why reactive women cannot sustain success. The second thing you're going to learn is the 4 pillars of power: spiritual, artificial, mental, and emotional intelligence. You're going to learn the science of emotional mastery and regulation. You're going to learn how to make intelligent, strategic decisions that align with your highest level. Hey, best friend girl. You're going to learn how to create systems that support your next level. You're going to leave with a personal audit of your leadership gaps and a strategy to shift immediately. Because we don't need to be, you need to be able to make moves like this. You need to be able to create like this. And the only way to be able to do that is if your energy is properly managed, okay? On day 2, it's all about execution and embodiment. It is your strategy for quarter 2 and beyond. You're going to master the inner and outer game of leadership. You're going to learn how to leverage AI and technology without losing your feminine intelligence. You're going to learn how to create sustainable influence in wealth and authority. You're going to learn the emotional mastery execution plan to ensure that you're leading with power, not pressure. Because a lot of y'all under pressure, please, okay? And you're also going to gain your personal throne strategy for Q2, how to step into April prepared, aligned, and unstoppable, okay? When you walk away, you'll have emotional intelligence mastery, how to know how to regulate, reset, and rule with power. You'll have a personalized strategy for Q2, no more feeling lost or overwhelmed, the ability to make high-level decisions without fear, doubt, and emotional blocks, and then also a new standard of leadership where you embody confidence, clarity, and sovereignty. This is not your typical mindset training. This is literally an execution. This is mastery. This is leadership at its highest level, okay? So click the link in the bio to be able to get access to that. Drop your questions. I'm going to take a few questions before I get ready to get out of here because I'm about to get ready to go. But yeah, not playing at all. Will you repost this anywhere else? Yes. You can catch this on my YouTube. What I ask is that if you're going to go onto my YouTube channel and rewatch anything, I ask that you share it with someone. Don't be cheeky. It's not fair. If I choose to give away the things and the gifts and the wisdom that I have, that's my decision. So share that if you find benefit. Okay? But yes, I've already sold some tickets to class, so I'm really excited about it. Somebody just purchased a ticket too. Congratulations. Oh, so 2. Congratulations to you guys for coming in. Yes, you can get it with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. But drop your questions in the comments. Click the link in the bio to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to get access to information about the class. I definitely suggest that you read it thoroughly and make sure that you're in alignment and you're ready to do what it needs to do. Is one thing to be able to spend money, but are you going to spend the time, energy, attention necessary to be able to get this done? Yes, congratulations. I was so happy when I saw your name come across. So yes, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about class. Congrats, somebody else just bought one. Congratulations. I'm gonna see y'all in class. Like I said, it's April 2nd and 3rd. You will have access to this replay if something happens and you're not in attendance one day, or you're like, I really want the class, but I'm not going to be able to get it. I'm not going to be able to be there. You can purchase it and watch it later. What else was I going to say? Because the price point of it is not going to be $297 after that. Not at all. It's going to be higher than that. So if you want it, get it now while it's $297, babe. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions about anything that we talked about on today? Like I said, you cannot lead from a wrecked or a nervous system that is preparing for or bracing for impact. That is a very faithless move. It is a live class. It is a live 2-day intensive, baby. And I'm right there with y'all. Okay? Literally right there with y'all. Ask whatever questions you need to ask. Because I want, like I said, this class is a cellular reset. It's not just you just come in, you listen. No. What is it that you need for real? How do we actually make sure that you are in a space of alignment, assignment, ascension? Because that should be your reality consistently. Alignment, assignment, ascension. If it ain't in alignment, it ain't mine. If it ain't on assignment, it ain't mine. If it impacts my ascension, it ain't mine. That should be the mindset. But if you don't understand what you need to be in alignment with, what this needs to look like, can your nervous system hold the wealth that you want? Yeah, you made $10,000 in your business. You made 20. Okay, yeah, you made 6 figures. But can you hold the wealth of multi 6 figures? Like, are you prepared for that, or are you going to crash? When somebody wants, are you confident enough to look someone in the eye and say, my offer is $25,000, my offer is $50,000, my offer is $100,000? Are you confident enough to look someone in the face and say that? Because the reality is that you can have that, and people are being paid that every single day. And if you don't see that happening around you, you're in the wrong room. You're in the wrong room. Okay? So get in the room. If you're interested in working with me further, I do have a higher level program, the Magnetic Muse. That's actually, I'm going to be taking enrollment again soon. Not as of right now, but I'm going to be taking enrollment again soon. That is a 12-week program. It is a 4-figure investment, and it is absolutely amazing, supportive, transformational space for women. So yeah, I'm really excited about that as well. I have an amazing group of women who are in it right now, along with another amazing woman in another program called the Embodiment Lab. That is absolutely amazing. Now, the queen that I have in, thank you, my love, for these gifts and these likes. And congratulations, somebody just purchased the ticket to class. She has been working with me for a while, and she's amazing. She healed her liver function, A1C. She's lost like 40 something pounds. She is currently working on a program for teen girls that I'm working with her so she can start pitching to these centers in different areas. After us working together, she ended up securing funding for one of her properties. So she's really getting her business and different things together. So in the Embodiment Lab, we're really working on her presence, her power, her magnetism. So she goes in and she's able to pitch these well and make the type of money, double her income. Because she's really been able to do a lot since we've been working together. So I'm really excited to see what the next steps are going to be, and to see how many times she sells out this program. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I offer one-on-one. One-on-one is a little bit different. It's longer because like I said, you have to make sure that you're ready to be able to work with me, because accountability is key, darling. All right, y'all, I'm not seeing any questions, so I'm going to get off here. I've got to take care of some stuff. I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing weekend. Thank you so much again for joining me for Feminine Fridays. And like I said, you cannot leave from a nervous system that is always bracing for impact. Okay? So get in this class that I have going on. Okay? So yeah. All right. Hey, Allison, my love. I'm here to leave out. Hey, y'all go follow Allison. She's so amazing. She's a leadership coach. Okay. I'm so not playing with that. Tell them, best friend. I'm not playing with that accountability. I'm not. at all. Okay. All right, y'all. Click the link in the bio to be able to get access to the tickets for the 2 day intensive. Hey, my love. And then also click the link in the bio to get more information about the magnetic muse. Okay. This is going to be going up on YouTube. It'll probably pay some time tomorrow around 9ish in the morning. Okay. So go ahead and click the link in the bio to subscribe so you don't miss it. All right. Y'all have an amazing, amazing day. Peace, y'all.